We're back to the Yamaha 125. Let's do some improvements.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Napoleon, like anyone can even know that.
Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. Today we're going to be working on the 1978 Yamaha YZ125. On the last video I did on this, we acquired it, got it going, and I mean it came to life and everything seems to work on it pretty darn good. In the meantime, I've done some things off the video, so I'll show you what I've done and then we'll go over what we're going to do. If you recall from the first video, this tank was cracked and completely broken apart. We had a rainy day, which is odd for Southern California, the other day, and I was sitting in the garage and I said, why not try to stitch this thing back together? It was broken. So using my plastic welder and soldering iron, I got it back into one piece, and it holds gas better than it did before, but it still leaks. It's kind of just a placeholder for right now. I mean, maybe I'll see if I can find some kind of yellow filler rod or something, because stitching it back together obviously has thinned everything out, so it's like weeping fuel out a lot of these seams. But I could probably put enough gas to reach into the petcock and it wouldn't leak out, you know, if I filled it to there. But that's, I don't know if I'm going to waste any more time on it. I might. It's just kind of fun that it came back together. I will try to split this and post a picture if you don't watch the other video, but I recommend watching the first one. This thing was just completely split apart, so I was quite surprised that I was able to even get it stitched back together. I also did a good look over on the entire bike, just to see if there was anything majorly broken or missing, and honestly there isn't much. I did find, where is it on here? One of these spokes right there. It's missing the spoke nipple. Yeah, I could say nipple, spoke nipple. So I said, well, maybe it came loose and it's inside of the tire. So I decided I was going to take the back wheel off, break the bead on the tire and see if it was in there. Well, that turned into quite a fiasco, because that back axle was seized into the inner races of the bearings. Take the nut off, you know, just try to give it a light tap to turn it out. It wouldn't budge at all. These don't really have a, you know, there's no bolt head on this side, but you can stick a screwdriver through here. At first it wouldn't turn. I finally got it, at least it would turn. And then trying to tap it out, all it was doing was pushing the brake drum assembly out and widening open the swing arm a little bit. So that was an ordeal. I sprayed a whole bunch of penetrating oil in there. I put some heat on it, tried a whole bunch of things. Finally, what it came down to was I found another nut that I screwed onto the end of here so I could just beat on it hard with a sledgehammer. Tried that, and all it was doing was spreading the swing arm. So I was able to get a long bar clamp across here, clamp the swing arm together, and hit that thing like Hercules. And I got the axle out. Honestly, after that, it didn't look bad. It just was in there for 50 years, or what is this thing at? Almost 50 years. So I cleaned it up, greased that, put it back together. Of course, the spoke nipple wasn't in there. So that's item number one that I have ordered for this thing. I've just been hemorrhaging money on this thing. Wait till you hear. $9 for a spoke and a nipple. I opened up the air box. Of course, the air filter's old, so I ordered an air filter. That was $29. And then I was looking at the fork seals, because this side doesn't look like it's leaking, but this side, I did clean it up a bit, but it had oil all down here. So I know it's leaking. So I looked up the fork seals, and I do believe I have some in my stash of parts. They cross-reference to Ninja 250 fork seals, the same. So we're gonna count them as $0. I've had them up here for years. And I also ordered directly from China some new fork boots here for $9. So I think I'm all in at about $50 into this project so far. I'll have to look and see if I have fork oil before I get started on this. I should have done that first, but I am going to pull the front forks off in this video. We'll rebuild the forks. Well, we'll put new seals in them and fresh oil and put new fork boots on it, and possibly I'll try to clean up the plastic a little bit. We'll see. I also, when I looked at the air filter, I pulled the whole air box out and degreased all that. I cleaned the carburetor on the outside a little bit. I have not even opened this carburetor yet. It just runs almost perfect, so I don't know if I want to mess with that. I cleaned up that side panel a little bit, and I have located a company that makes replacement tanks, but they're about $300. So we might wait a little bit on that. I might have found a usable tank in the area, but it's not for this model. So let's get started on these front forks. Fork removal is not too hard on this one. Just pull out the axle, the front wheel, loosen the pinch bolts, slide her on out, and there's the one that has evidence of leakage. So this is probably a really basic damper rod fork, I'm gonna guess. I'm just gonna have to loosen that big Allen bolt on the bottom, pull the cap off, which I've already loosened. These have air assist on them, and then pull it apart, clean it out. So I'll cover a little bit of it. Fork is apart. Everything inside looks pretty good. This thing has an unusual dust seal, so I'm hoping that the dust seals that I have will work. Otherwise, I guess we'll be pulling the forks out to put new ones in. But other than that, getting the damper rod bolt out of the bottom was difficult. It started spinning immediately, which means that this part inside is spinning, and usually you can jam something in there. They make special tools, but this one's unusual. But I was able to get a screwdriver to catch that. Now that I see what it is, I'm probably gonna make something to do the other one. Or I don't know, we'll see. But I did get it apart. I'm sure I'll get it back together. The seal is right there underneath the snap ring. Hopefully you can see that. So I'll remove that, clean everything up, put it back together. I already have the specifications sitting here somewhere on my mess. 15 weight, there's my old man glasses, 283 cc's. Good news, Ninja 250 is the correct size, and the rubber dust seal will fit in here just fine. So we're gonna reassemble this thing. Basically what I gotta do is put the damper rod back into the tube, make sure I put this bushing in the bottom, lube that up, slide it through here, get that nut started. Hopefully I can get it tight. If not, like I said, maybe I'll figure something out better than what I used for that, which was just a long screwdriver that I was able to just catch the corner of it with. But we'll see. Wasn't hard, wasn't easy, just a normal fork rebuild. Like I said, just a little bit different on the inside as far as holding that damper rod, but second one came off super easy. And yeah, these fork boots, obviously they're not as faded as these. I wish they had the bigger bellows like the original style, but they look pretty nice. So now I think we're just gonna do the front fender for now. So I'll take that off, I'm gonna wash it, and then we'll see if we can bring some color back into it. We're gonna try the heat gun on this thing. Hopefully I can catch it on the video here. But fender's in good shape, it's flexible. You hit it with some heat, sometimes it brings the color back. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm gonna do the whole thing. We'll let that cool off and put some plastic polish on it, but it looks considerably better. wasn't going to do the back fender today, but I think I will. So we'll just do a before, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like after. There's the after. The rear didn't turn out as good. It had some staining on it, and anyway, it does look a lot better. And the bike overall, like first glance, looks way better. So maybe I'll clean up this side panel the same way. I don't know, because I don't know if that's a sticker or if that's paint. It might be paint. I can get those 125 stickers and the Yamaha sticker for the tank, but boy, the front looks a lot better just with those fork boots on there, and definitely with the yellow fender. I'm gonna have to break the bank and buy about a $15 number plate for it, and of course the tank, most vital thing. But I've been picking away at cleaning the frame a little bit. I mean, this bike, look at how nice the triple clamps are up here. The frame is in really nice shape. There's hardly any wear. A little bit of wear on the side of the engine there, but I am not going for a full restoration, just to clean up. I can buy these fenders if I want to. Maybe I'll spend a little bit of time and try to clean this back one up a little bit more. The front one, maybe it looks better on camera than it does in person. Let's see, there you go, you can get it. There was some kind of a stain there, and I tried to clean it before I heated it up, but overall, I think it's a vast improvement. There we go, I closed the garage door, so I'll get out of it. You can see it. So I am spending a little bit of money on this thing. Like I said, I'm not gonna do a full restoration. I'm not gonna drop $1,000 on this bike. I think there is a little bit of value in it. You know, I got a real good deal on it, but I didn't get it mainly to flip it and make a killing on it. I wanna take it out and enjoy it a little bit. It's neat. Old bike, still running pretty good and all original for the most part. Obviously, once I get a tank on it, it won't be all original. I noticed the bars are bent on it, so maybe I'll take a peek at what I have. These bars look kind of tall, so I might have to order a cheap set of steel bars in a taller rise or whatever, but I think it'll be pretty fun to take out to the desert and rip around on it, and making it look just a little bit better on a budget. I like it, and hopefully y'all do too. And if you do, give me the thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.